All right, guys, on this episode, we got to change the water pump on this thing, because that's the reason that I bought it. It was super cheap because the water pump leaks. You put water in there, and it all just leaks out like right away. So I'll just time-lapse it while I'm doing it kind of thing. It's probably going to take me 3 or 4 hours. We'll get that done. And then this thing, like, basically, it's ready to go. I gotta go through the whole thing, just make sure that it's safe to drive. I gotta do a Manitoba safety on it for legal stuff and all that jazz. But once that's all done, then it's drivable. Everything's good to go. I can drive it around. And then we get into the really cool, fun stuff. We got to put a lift on this thing. I don't know how that all works on here yet. I have to do some more research. But what I'm pretty sure that I have figured out is I can go buy parts off an F250 and I can put that under here. So we're going to get a diff, we're going to get a transfer case, transmission if I have to, leaf springs, whole lift kit, all that jazz. That's going to be a bunch of work. That's going to take a hefty amount of work. So I'm going to need people to help me do that. And potentially I need to work with some businesses that can provide these parts, or if I have to go buy them off of a donor vehicle just to get this thing rolling in 4-wheel drive, that's what we're gonna do. Oh wait, I forgot to tell you, we're gonna start planning out how some of the logistics of actually getting this thing to work the way that I want it to work, how the whole front diff lift 4-wheel drive conversion. Then I also have to reach out to lots of companies that I wanna work with. So Toyo Tires, you wanna work together? Let's put some tires on this thing, some badass tires on this thing. Lift kits, the whole wrap, that whole thing. I gotta get that all lined up, talk with all the people on that, all the sponsorship stuff that can make this thing happen. Somebody has to do all that dealing, and that's gonna be me, because I'm the only guy working on this right now. Maybe you wanna help work on this. That could be a thing. If you want to, send me an email, info@epic.media. The other thing we need to do, we need to give this thing a name. What's its name gonna be? See that car over there? That one? Whoa, yeah, that one. That one's called the Spitfire, because it looks like a Spitfire. You know the airplane with the teeth on the side? My other one's called the Eppic Off-Roadster. That has cool names. So like this thing, what do we call this thing? Like, I was gonna call it the Eppic Off-Road RV. Okay. Which is like, okay, that's cool, but like, is there something better? What is this light on my face? Gosh. Is there something better? I don't know. What do you think we could call it? The Eppic Manbulance? It's not as good, I'll admit. The Manbulance.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I heard of one guy, he turned an ambulance into a DJ station and he goes around and parties and he calls it the Jambulance.
Damn! Bruh.
Like, that's a brilliant idea. We could do something like that. I don't know. I'm taking name suggestions right now. What should we name this bad girl, eh? Tell me, what do you think? Oh, and real quick, I forgot to tell you, hold on, come here. I forgot to tell you, we are doing a podcast in the back of this thing. That is planned right now. So I've been doing a podcast in my shop talking about men's mental health, because that's something that it's very near and dear to my heart. I've dealt with mental health my whole life, a lot. I've dealt with suicide a whole lot. And there is just a need in the blue collar space to talk about that. I've got lots of guys that have said that they love the stuff that I'm talking about so far. They want me to do more of it. They want me to go talk to other people. That's what we're gonna do. So that's the other half of this thing, is it's not only gonna be this cool, big, jacked up, lifted machine, we're also talking about men's mental health, maybe a little bit of women's health there, but I'm a guy, so we're gonna talk about men's stuff. That's natural to how it's gonna come out of me. So I have my chair set up there. I'm gonna go film my episode in the back of this, because I'm trying to be as diligent as I can. I'm filming every Friday morning, film my podcast, just so that I can stay consistent at it and I can do it. I know it sucks right now. I don't have anything fancy in there. The lighting's not great. All I got is this dinky little microphone here and this camera here. Like, it is what it is. I'm starting with what I got. It's that grassroots, down to earth, blue collar. Here's me talking. That's what we're starting with right now. Love it or hate it, I don't care. I'm mainly doing it for me. Other people want to come along? Great, let's have a party. Once that is done, we're gonna do like a whole tour video of the whole thing. I'm waiting for another camera guy to come down so that we can film all that, so I don't have to do this. It makes it harder. So that is kind of the plan there. We're gonna go like through all the cabinets and cupboards. I've been like resisting doing that. And even at this point, where like what I'm filming right now, I don't know how that fits into the timeline of this whole build, because I'm filming so much stuff and there's stuff going on all over the place every time, and I got 2 channels going on and I got 9 different social media platforms that I'm posting on. It's like, oh, some of this kind of gets lost in translation, because I am doing a lot of stuff. That's just nature of my life and how things are going right now. So we're gonna go through that whole thing yet. I'm gonna open every single thing. I can tell you right now, it stinks in there.
Oh! Whoa! Oh, did something crawl in here and die?
I slept in there overnight for, well, not overnight. I slept for 2 hours in there. It was pretty gross. There's a lot of mouse poo in there. There is even a dead mouse. I didn't notice it. I haven't touched anything because I want you guys to get like real reaction to me, like going through it, and like, I'm bringing you guys on the journey. You guys are here for the journey. So that's probably what we're gonna get to next. And then we have to plan everything. I gotta plan what the wrap looks like. I gotta make all the connections with the people that are gonna be sponsors for this thing, because I can't afford to do it all myself. I need sponsorship to help do that. So I gotta talk with businesses and like, this is what you get if you sponsor it, and like how we work that whole thing. And I'm learning how to do that. I don't know how to do it. I had an idea, and it was an awesome idea, and we're starting and we're making it work. So that's also on the chopping block. There's lots of stuff to do. So let's get to it, guys. Guys, I'm gonna interject one more time here. Now that I have all of this apart in here, and like I can stick my fingers in the engine, I am definitely fingering the engine right now. Yeah, boy. And you can feel that it's not loose and slippery and slimy like we would all like it to be. It's gritty and full of yuck. Here, look at this. Look at the yuck. Wow. So, doesn't smell good. Yeah, that's not supposed to be in there. So what I am gonna do, I'm gonna take the garden hose and I'm just gonna shove it in there, and we're gonna try and rinse out the engine, wash that out. The other thing that I'm gonna do, now that I have this guy out of here, the thermostat is in here, and I'm like, well, now it's apart. I didn't think of that before. So I'm gonna go run to my parts store and I'm gonna grab a thermostat, and I'm gonna grab another serpentine belt. While I have it off, now's the time to do it. I don't wanna do that when I'm out in the middle of nowhere in Alaska. So we'll pick up a belt, a little bit of preventative maintenance. It's not shot yet, but it's just old and it's cracked. Now's the time to do it while you got it all apart. I've checked all the bearings on here. All these bearings are good, so that's good. Other than that, this thing looks like it's in pretty good shape. It's been stored indoors for a long time, so the frame's nice. There's no rust on this thing. Like the frame is orange, but it's not rusty. So just pretty good. I'm happy with this. I'm just gonna clean that out, go get my parts, put this all back together, and then we're gonna be rip roaring, ready to go. Okay, so I got the water pump in, new belt on, rad fan back in there, radiator back in, everything's all pressure washed and all that jazz. Now what we're gonna do, I'm gonna fill it up with straight water first, make sure that it doesn't leak and everything runs good and all that, and then I'll drain some of that out, and then I'll put straight coolant in there and then let that all mix and everything, and just so I can clean it out. This rad was pretty dirty. I flushed all the coolant out of the engine block. It looked nasty. I don't think it's ever been done. And we're at 419,000 kilometers, so I'm just gonna run water in there. Also, just help rinse some of that out. I will put straight dish soap in there also. I'm gonna run it like that for a couple hours. Just the dish soap does help loosen stuff off, break it off, and then I'll flush it all out, and then I'll put the right stuff in. I might actually just go get some coolant flush stuff. That is a product that they make. I've used it before. It does work, so that's probably not a bad idea actually. But right now, I just wanna make sure that it runs, it doesn't leak anything. And I want to check to see if the air conditioning works. I did put my gauges on there. Gauges did say that all the pressures and everything were good. but I haven't run it long enough to make sure it works. So that's what we're doing now. So far, so good. Bye. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.